It's been about a month since Storm Eowyn, and initially I was devastated. But over the past 4 weeks or so, I've been working on a completely new project which Storm Eowyn has given to me. Mother Earth has actually gifted me this clearance. The devastation, the branches, the trees, all that was destroyed has now cleared an area for me to create a garden on the edge of the woodland, which is giving me great joy. I say giving because I'm working on it all the time. And today I've been creating and building a dead hedge using all the timber that has been cut or, not actually wanted for logging. So I'm going to show you, I'm showing you now just with some of these little snapshots, how the storm and the devastation, which I thought it was initially, but is now a blessing, yes, a blessing, has created this beautiful area for me to work in. This morning I am creating a dead hedge which is going to sort of tidy this area up and, more importantly, keep it all from blowing away in a storm, because the winds are coming this way, you see. So I have a lot of long pieces of tree that I've cut, sort of branches that I don't need to keep for kindling, because, to be honest, I have enough kindling now to be going on with for the next year. So this wood is going to go in here, and what will emerge from this, and which is why I love to do dead hedges. In fact, I've been creating them now for years here at the Cottage. But what will emerge from this is another very secure wildlife habitat, because this now will sort of divide the working land into what's in there, which is, of course, the wild. So I've added the laurel. If you remember when I cut down this laurel behind me here, and I stacked all the cleaned logs over here. Of course, you can't put laurel directly on the ground unless it's covered in plastic or something, plastic underneath, because it will root very easily. So putting the bottom layer in first, then adding the laurel, then of course that strengthens it as well because it's hardwood. So the dead hedge is coming along nicely. I've got lots more long pieces of branches and stuff that's come down in the storm that I just have to clean off and put in. So it's beginning to take shape. And now you can see it from the path that leads to the polytunnel. So it's beginning to look good, but it's going to be a very important area for all kinds of wildlife, because it stretches really from here, from this larch, beautiful Japanese larch, right over, past the compost area and into there. So there's a lot of dead hedging going all the way along the back and then sort of meeting up here at the front. Wow. Now I've got some more layers done on this, but it's really, really hot. I've had to take my jumper off. I'm just working in my vest now. It's 20 degrees in the shade. Can you believe that? Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go back over now to the veranda, have a sit down, have another swig of my juice and a drink of kombucha, and yeah, just think about where I go from here. What I do have, I'll just bring it around this way. I have a heap of hazel that I cut. I'll show you that in a moment, actually on my way over. Do you know, it does look nice from here, doesn't it? It really sets off that habitat pile, which was just a bit messy before. And now it's not only sort of, you know, neatened up and just looks good. I mean, for me, there's aesthetics to everything. And it also is an extra barrier to predators for anything nesting in there. Well, one of the tasks I had to do was to cut back a lot of the willow and some of the New Zealand flax, which is here. Very important to get this done because it was blocking the light, and also, perhaps more importantly, if it's not cut back, it's not going to grow. You'll just have the old stems. So this is the beautiful Bretensis willow, which has got this gorgeous orangey yellow colour to it. It's beautiful, actually. So I have almost finished the dead hedge, and you can see the beautiful colours of the Bretensis in there, the Bretensis willow, and also the lovely colour of the laurel. I mean, you know, people complain a lot about the rhododendron and the laurel being invasive, when really what they're saying is, I can't create with it. I can't think of any other uses for it. I can think of plenty. So this afternoon I've been, well actually this morning and most of the afternoon, I've been building this and securing it and making sure that it is, you know, good and strong and hardy. But also I've been working over there, and I'll show you what I've been doing there. You may notice as well there's a slight curve on this dead hedge, and that's quite deliberate. That's because I don't like straight lines. Wherever possible, I avoid them. I don't think nature likes straight lines either. So this big piece of beech tree has to be logged, but that's for another day. What I've been doing is continuing to sort of shovel out all this incredible compost. I mean, this is it here. Just look at this. Look at this for compost. Isn't that beautiful? Huh? Now, I'm going to explain very briefly about cold composting because it is very simple. And this is generally what I do throughout the land. I build compost heaps. So what you do, get a piece of ground, doesn't have to be too big. You put lots of twiggy stuff on the bottom, maybe some pieces of wood, just to try to encourage the air up through it as best you can. And then you just start piling on all the stuff that you want to compost. And, you know, leave it alone. Nature does the rest. And when nature does the rest, she comes up with the goods. Yeah. So there's no building a compost heap or anything at all. If you've got a little area that you can just maybe fence off a little bit or whatever, that's grand. That's all you do. And you can put kitchen waste on it, layers of ash from the fire, which is what I always do. I've always done that, layers of ash from the stoves. As long as it's layered. You don't want a great big sodding mess of ash or a great big sodding mess of kitchen waste, but layer it. And if you're working your land in a natural way, that won't be a problem to keep layering. Now I've literally cleared this space here. It's like a big triangle, and I'm going to be creating a new compost heap here. Yeah, simple. Well, being on a juice fast is fine, but I do have to pace myself because I don't want to end up just getting completely overtired. So I've come in, it's still daylight out there. Of course, the days are getting longer anyway. But I've come in, I've lit the stove, and I'm just, yeah, I know. I should have taken my boots off, but I did give them a good clean. Oh, I'm just too tired to care, actually. So I'm just resting. The girl is there. Come on, then. Oh, yeah, yeah. She just loves to get up here. Oh, well, make yourself comfortable. Why don't you, Patsy? She nestles in. She loves resting on me, you see, because, of course, we're warm, aren't we? We're living human beings, and so we're warm. Yeah. Yeah. And she's just a wee babe, aren't you? Just a wee babe. Yeah. Ah. So I'm just going to rest now for about half an hour and then go back out and unload those poles from the car. Yeah, I've been down to the farmer's mart and I've got 10 poles. Now, it's been a long time since I bought any poles. They've gone up in price. Everything's gone up in price. There were $4.49 each and I got 10 of them. So, yeah. Are you comfortable enough? Would you stop there? Oh, she's a wee toad, really. Once surrounded by bare rushy fields and now enclosed by woodland, Bealtaine Cottage has been 20 years in the making and the best task I have ever undertaken. I'm recognised by the Irish government as a writer and therefore have been accredited artist status. My first book, A Cottage and 3 Acres. My second, In Search of the Goddess Rising. My third, Walking Between Worlds. And 2 booklets, Bealtaine Cottage Guide to the Deep Midwinter and The Celtic Festival of Immoch. All books can be purchased through my website and there's a link beneath each and every video. I will be posting a link into the comment section also. You can hear me read the first 2 chapters of my book, A Cottage and 3 Acres, over on my website, bealtainecottage.com. Again, there's a link beneath each and every video.